Coyotes are a member of the dog family and typically weigh up between 20 and 50 pounds. Native to the North American continent, they, being omnivores, must compete interspecifically with other species like wolves and bears. So for this interspecific competition already at a high, intraspecific competition must be reduced. The coyote achieves this through its use of a hierarchy. A hierarchy is a system in which the members of the group, in this case the pack, are ranked one above the other according to status or authority. Coyotes have well-developed dominance hierarchies within the pack, which is adhered to once the hierarchy is established through ordered fights between competing coyotes. The hierarchy may change if a member is forced to leave or if the pack accepts a new member. In addition, if an alpha male dies or gets replaced, the alpha position is always filled within the pack. So like common wolves, coyotes have an alpha male, a leader of the pack. He earns his status by fighting or intimidating all other members competing to become the alpha male. This figure of authority is the only member of the pack that can mate with female members of the pack, and is also the first to eat hunted animals like rodents and rabbits. This reduces intraspecific competition, as not only does only one male receive breeding rights, which means no competition over mates, but every member of the pack knows who eats first and, if the alpha male so chooses, who eats the most. Therefore, reducing the amount of competition within the species. Alpha male can show off his status to the rest of the pack whenever needed. He does this by raising his tail up and his head up above the submissive pack member who, if he acknowledges the authority of the pack, or of the alpha male, shows this by lowering his head and body in prostration. If the leader is great, intraspecific competition can be reduced within coyote hierarchies, as they will make sure that there is enough food for the pack so that no one has to fight over food rations.
Intraspecific competition is a form of competition in which members of the same species compete for the same resource in an ecosystem, such as food, nutrients, and space to live. Intraspecific competition directly affects the carrying capacity of a population. Crocodiles display this type of competition very clearly through their interactions with each other. However, the most prevalent example would be the Australian saltwater crocodile. They typically spend a long period of time in freshwater swamps and rivers, then travel out to sea later in the year. After breeding, the young are raised for about 7 months. Once they have developed enough to be independent, the young crocodiles are forced to compete over territory with other males. This forces the driven-up males to search elsewhere for a place to settle. Australian saltwater crocodiles will travel for over 1,000 kilometers in open ocean to find a place to live. They have been known to inhabit areas in eastern Africa and southern Japan, as well as the Indonesian and Malaysian islands. By driving young males out of the area, intraspecific competition within the population is greatly reduced, as there is little competition between males in the same area.